Hello everyone. Welcome to AWS training by UnoGeeks. In this video, we'll see how to enable multi-factor authentication in AWS. So this multi-factor authentication, it enables additional layer of security for your AWS account. And this multi-factor authentication can be enabled for individual IAM users, or it can also be enabled for root user. And Amazon highly recommends that we enable an MFA for AWS root account. So first of all, in this video, we'll talk about what MFA is, first of all, and we will see what difference or what is that additional layer of security that the MFA enables. Okay, so as I mentioned it, MFA is a best practice that adds additional layer of security or extra layer of security on top of your username and password. So what do we mean by this? So if we don't have MFA enabled, I can directly sign into the AWS account. So I can sign into console just by typing in. I can sign in as a root user or as an IAM user by just typing in the username and a password. Okay, so if it's a root user, I'll sign in as a root user and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if I have to sign into AWS account which does not have MFA enabled, and if by whatever reason, if the password is leaked, anybody could get into your AWS account. So your account is no longer secure if you just use your username and password to log in. So see, I'm keying in my root address there, the root account email address, and you have to type in this, go through this security check and submit. And it will prompt me to enter the password. And the moment I enter the password, and sign in, I will not get another security challenge, or I will not be prompted to enter a passcode generated by an MFA device. So without MFA, you can log into AWS root account or IAM, any IAM user account by just typing in the username and password. So if I click on sign in, that's it. I've logged into the IAM console. I've logged into the AWS console. Sorry. And once I am in AWS console, I can do pretty much anything you want. I can do pretty much anything I want. So to control this, or to add an additional layer of security to this, so that just in case even the passwords are leaked out, if you want to make your account secure, that's where AWS MFA comes into picture. The multi-factor authentication comes into picture. So how do you enable this in first place? So what will happen if you enable this? If you enable this, when user signs into management console, after typing in the username and password, okay, so yes, first they will be prompted to enter the username and password, which is like a first factor that they already know. And the second, it will not let you get into the console screen directly. Instead, it will take you to an intermediate page wherein it will ask you to enter the authentication code generated by your MFA device. So what are the possible MFA devices you could use with AWS? I'll talk about them in a moment. But you could install MFA devices or MFA applications on your mobile phone, maybe iPhone or Android phone, and you could probably use Authy app or Google Authenticator, and you could set up your MFA device, and you can use that MFA device to generate an authentication code. And this way, only you have your MFA device with you, and you will be able to generate that authentication code, and this will be available only with you. So even in case the password is leaked out, your account will still be safe, because they won't be able to generate the authentication code and add it in the second page. And only after adding authentication code in the second page, you will be, and only if you enter the right authentication code, because AWS tries to match it with the MFA installation that is done earlier. And only if you enter a proper authentication code, you will be let into the console. Otherwise, you will be stopped there itself. So taken together, the first factor and the second factor. So these multiple factors enable or add that extra layer of security to your AWS account. And Oracle highly recommends that you enable MFA for at least for the root user. They recommend this for all the users, even the IAM users that you create. But for the AWS root user, this is a must, because AWS root user gives you all the privileges you need on AWS account, and that includes closing the account or launch anything you want. So it has virtual, it has endless privileges. So you have to definitely keep your AWS root account secure. Otherwise, yeah, we have seen cases where business have run into severe troubles because AWS root account password has been leaked out. Okay, so in this video, we'll see, yeah, I'll show you how to enable MFA on the root account, but the process would remain same when you want to enable MFA for a root account or any other AWS account. And let's see how to do this. So to enable MFA, first you need to sign into the console. Yes, we already did, and I've logged in as a root user. And all you have to do is click on the drop down on the user, and you go to My Security Credentials. And you see there is an option called MFA there. And on this root account, yes, the MFA is not enabled yet. And what does it say? It says use MFA to increase the security of AWS environment. And signing into MFA protected accounts, meaning after you enable MFA, it would require you to not just provide a username and password, but also an authentication code from an MFA device. So if you click on activate MFA, you could again you could select the device that you want to use. You could use a hardware tokens. You could get a you could order a hardware token, get a fob, and you could configure it. This is the most secure way, I would say. But but there are quite a few virtual MFA devices out there in the market. So say for example, if you click on this, you can see what are the virtual MFA devices available in the market. So if you scroll down, if you are using everyone has a mobile phone, right? So if you are using a smartphone which runs on Android or iPhone, you could use any of these applications to generate an MFA code. You could download and install these applications from either a Google Play Store or Apple Store, and then you could set this up to generate authentication code for your AWS account. And let's say how to use these applications, how to use one of them to generate an account. So I'll say that, yeah, I'll go with the first option. I want to use Authenticator app installed on the mobile device. So I will use a Google Authenticator. I will install the Google Authenticator on my Android phone. So you can click on Google Authenticator and you can install it, and it'll let you select the device on which you want to install this. So you go ahead, download and install this Google Authenticator on your mobile phone. I won't be projecting my screen here, but yeah, once you do that, you can go in here and click on continue, and it'll show you the list of compatible applications again. Yeah, you click on that. It'll show you the same list of devices that we have seen just now. Yeah, the virtual devices, the virtual fobs that you can, or virtual applications that you can use, or the mobile applications. You can use any one of them. I'm using Google Authenticator as an example, and I have a Google Authenticator installed on my mobile phone. So what do I do? I come here, I click on show QR code, and you open up your mobile phone and go to your Google Authenticator. Okay, open up the Google Authenticator on your mobile phone. I hope you have already installed it on your mobile phone. And all you have to do is click on the plus icon, and you can scan the QR code. Scan the QR code, and you will see that Amazon Web Services root account will be added to your Google Authenticator. And what Authenticator will do is it will keep generating MFA devices. It will keep generating MFA codes or authentication codes. And you need to enter two subsequent codes that it generates. So I'll enter the first one that it has generated at the moment. So this is what is showing up on the Google Authenticator screen at the moment. And I'll wait for the code to change. And the moment it generates a next code, I will type it in as well. And then I will assign MFA. So I'm waiting for Google Authenticator to generate a next MFA code. Yeah, here it go, 109,777. Don't worry, even before I upload this video, I will disable the MFA. So even if you try to use this secret key, it doesn't really work. Okay, so you try to do this on your mobile phone by opening up Google Authenticator and then click on Assign MFA. Okay, so that gives you a confirmation that yes, you have been successfully assigned with a virtual MFA. And this virtual MFA will be required during the sign-in process. Okay, that's a good sign. So, and what that means is you have MFA enabled on your account, on your root user account now. And let's see how this behaves. To see how this behaves, let's sign out. Earlier when we signed in to the into the AWS console, all it has prompted us to enter as username and password. Now let's try to log back in and see what details does it expect us to pass in. Okay, I'm trying to log in as a root user again. I'll key in my root user email address. And yeah, you have this additional check which would want you to confirm that you are a real human being. I'm not sure if that is G. Yeah, G and D and 6F. Submit it. You will be prompted to enter the password. Also, the process would remain same till this point. But the moment you hit the submit here, the moment you hit sign in here, if MFA is not enabled, you would be logged into console directly. But now that MFA is enabled on the root user, let's see what happens. It expects you to pass in an MFA code. So you won't be able to. So it says that your account is secured using MFA. To finish signing in, turn on your MFA device and type in the authentication code below. So what you need to do at this point is you open up the Google Authenticator app on your mobile phone, and then generate, add in the MFA code that is getting generated there, or that is getting displayed on your mobile phone. So let me type it in. And once you type in the MFA code, hit the submit button, you will be able to sign in. So this MFA adds the additional layer of security, on top of username and password. And this is highly recommended for AWS root user. It's up to you whether you want to do it for each and every individual IAM user, or whether you want to enable MFA for resources in AWS account, yes or no, because you have MFA option, you have option to enable MFA on various resources available in AWS account, not just on the IAM users. Yet, but wherever possible, wherever you think it makes sense, please do enable MFA in your AWS account. And enabling MFA on AWS root user is a must. I can't stress enough on it. Okay, and you could use a virtual MFA devices to achieve that. And what for whatever reason, what if you want to take it off? So you enable MFA and you want to take it off. What do you do? How do you do it? All you have to do is, go back to the security consoles. You shouldn't be taking it off from a root user, to be frank, but just in case you want to take it off, you have to go to MFA, click on manage, and it'll show you what options, show you a remove or resync option. So select remove and then click on remove. And that's it, as simple as that. So MFA is removed again. And if you try to activate MFA again, then you will have to go through the same process to enable MFA. Okay, so this is all about AWS multi-factor authentication and how you can enable it on individual user accounts such as a root account, and you could also take it off if you don't want it. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. In case you are interested in AWS training offered by YunoGeeks, please call us on this number or send a WhatsApp message. You can also email us on info@yunogeeks.com. Thank you.